What are the 5 most important things you can do to rank higher on Google? I'll tell you after this sweet theme song. I get asked all the time, what's the one thing I can do to make my website rank higher on Google? It's a super important question. It's a great question you should be thinking about. And I will say it's really hard to come up with just one thing. I think better would be to look at maybe 5 things that you can do to improve your SEO and to improve your ranking on Google. So let's jump right into it. Number 1 would be to have a responsive and user-friendly website. Most of you probably know what responsive means, and what it means is just that the web code will respond to different devices. And so if your website is being viewed on a desktop computer or an iPad or a phone, it's going to resize to fit that device. Old websites will not do that. They're built separately for desktop and for mobile if they have mobile at all, and it's just not going to be ideal. Most people are going to view your website these days on a mobile device. So having a responsive website is really important just so that it works like it should, but also because Google will grade you down if you don't have a responsive website. Now the other part of that is to have a user-friendly website, and that just basically means that it looks good and it functions how people expect for it to function. If you have a question of what would be user-friendly, look at Amazon or Google or Facebook, and the way that those sites work on a mobile device is how your website should look and feel. The second thing would be to have unique, engaging, and fresh content. As an orthodontic office, the best and easiest way to do this on your website is to have a blog. I've said this before, I don't like blogs, I don't read a lot of blogs, but I write them because it's important for my website. It ranks it higher. And so if you're an orthodontist in your area and you're the only one that's blogging about these topics, and you get a lot of people coming from your social media and then they spend time on the blog, it's going to make your website look more authoritative to Google, and they're naturally going to rank you a little higher. The third thing is keyword optimization, and some of this is sort of esoteric a little bit, but in its simplest terms, I would say that keyword optimization is meaning that you optimize for the keywords that are important to your business. And so as an orthodontist, you should be talking all throughout your website about braces and Invisalign and the sort of things that orthodontists deal with. And so when you do a blog post, it's really important to put your location, the city you're in, and the fact that you do braces. And those keywords over time will tell Google that you're a site where people can learn about braces in your geographical area. The fourth thing is quality backlinks. So what is a backlink? A backlink is a link from another website to your website. The better the backlink is when it comes from a website with high authority. So if you got a link back to your website from like Forbes.com, that would make your website seem important. Sort of like in the networking world, if you know really important people, it makes you seem more important, I guess. It kind of rubs off on you. So getting links. So if you agree to write a blog for the AAO and they link back to your website, that gives your page authority. The fifth and final thing is page load speed. Now this is one that has become more and more important throughout the last couple years, but if your website loads very slowly, so you got pictures that are way too big, or the way that it's that the website is built is not ideal and it loads really slowly, what happens is that both people will leave the website, so they'll bounce off your website before they should, and also Google reads that. They can see how long it takes for everything to load, and they will grade you down for that. There's a lot of different ways to make your page load quicker, but it ultimately comes down to how it's built. And so if you have a bad website, it's going to load slower. So I guess I would say if we're looking at these, numbers 1, 3, and 5 are related to your website. Number 2 and 4 have to do with creating content. So if you wanted to boil it down to 2 things, I would say you need to have a state-of-the-art, updated, great website. And then the other thing is you need to have a blog where you're regularly blogging about the topics that are pertinent to orthodontics. If you do those 2 things, you're going to rank higher on Google over time. Now I would caution you that it's not something you go and do tomorrow and then all of a sudden you're ranking number 1. It takes a lot of time to make up for a lot of lost time. There could be orthodontists in your town that have been doing this for 12 years, doing it really well. You may never beat them out. But in your area, it may only take you 6 months. It just really depends. Naturally, this is a perfect opportunity to talk about Neon Canvas. This is a company that we started to do both of these things, to build amazing websites that can get you where you need to get on Google, and to do the ongoing content creation that, to be honest, is difficult to do over time, especially when you're busy with orthodontics. It's hard to do it yourself. So if you're interested in learning more about Neon Canvas and how we can help take your website and your SEO to the next level, please reach out to us on social media. You can also email me back or reach out to me directly on social media. We'd love to talk you through that. If you don't want to work with us, that's cool too. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have. So, from all of us here at the Digital Orthodontist, I'm Dr. Kyle Fagala, signing off.